Alexandra Eala's chances at Indian Wells have just grown after latest Indian Wells decision. There is plenty of anticipation surrounding Alexandra Eala's first-ever appearance at Indian Wells. The star has proved she's one of the most popular stars in tennis after shutting down numerous stadiums across the world in 2026. Eala's first singles match at Indian Wells has been confirmed, and the 20-year-old will also be playing doubles alongside Iva Jovic. The Filipina has been gifted a lucky break after the schedule for her upcoming matches has been revealed. Alexandra Eala will not have to play twice in one day. Eala's match against Diana Yastremska is set for the Friday of the tournament, as she will close out the action on Court 3. Thankfully for Eala, she will not be playing doubles on the Friday, so she will not have to pull double duty at Indian Wells yet. Eala and Jovic face a tough test against Hailey Baptiste and Yelena Ostapenko in the first round, which will likely be scheduled for Saturday's play. The Filipina has had to play twice in one day several times already this year, including in Dubai and Auckland. It will likely happen later down the line if she continues in both events, but for now she can stay as fresh as possible. Not having to pull double duty could help Eala's progress through the competition, which will delight her swarms of fans. Alex Eala and Iva Jovic could be set for a blockbuster clash at Indian Wells. Eala and Jovic played doubles together in Auckland, and the two rising stars could be set to play another pair of burgeoning talents. If Eala and Jovic defeat Baptiste and Ostapenko, they could play Victoria Mboko and Mira Andreeva in the second round. The four young stars are widely considered some of the brightest sparks on the WTA Tour, with Mboko and Andreeva winning their first Masters titles in 2025. Jovic and Eala will surely not be far behind, and a meeting of all four could be a huge "I was there" moment for the fans in attendance. Mboko and Andreeva will play Elise Mertens and Zhang Shuai in their first-round matchup at Indian Wells. Alexandra Eala's chances at Indian Wells have just grown after latest tournament decision. Tennis is a sport where timing, momentum, and opportunity often collide to shape the destiny of rising stars. For Filipino tennis prodigy Alexandra Eala, the 2026 edition of the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells could become another defining moment in her rapidly ascending career. Recent decisions surrounding the tournament draw and seedings have subtly but significantly improved Eala's chances of making a deep run in what is widely considered one of the most prestigious tournaments outside the Grand Slams. Often dubbed the fifth Grand Slam, Indian Wells brings together the world's best players, making any success there both prestigious and career-shaping. For Eala, the latest developments have created a pathway that may allow her to transform promise into a genuine breakthrough. A rising star on the global stage. At just 20 years old, Alexandra Eala has already become one of the most exciting young players on the women's tour. Born in the Philippines and turning professional in 2020, she has steadily climbed the rankings, achieving a career-high position of world number 31 in early 2026. The highest ranking ever achieved by a Filipino tennis player. Her rise has not been accidental. Eala combines aggressive baseline play with impressive court awareness, often dictating rallies with her powerful left-handed forehand and solid two-handed backhand. Over the past 2 seasons, she has demonstrated that she can challenge, and sometimes defeat, top players. One of her biggest breakthroughs came during the 2025 season when she shocked the tennis world by defeating top players and reaching the semifinals of the Miami Open, becoming the first Filipino to achieve such a milestone on the WTA Tour. Those results transformed her from a promising junior champion into a legitimate contender on the professional circuit. Momentum from a strong 2026 season. Heading into Indian Wells, Eala has already built considerable momentum during the 2026 season. She reached the quarterfinals in major tournaments such as Abu Dhabi and Dubai, proving that her Miami success was no fluke. Her consistency has been particularly impressive. Statistically, she has won around 63.7% of her service games and nearly 40% of her return games this season, showing a well-rounded game capable of competing at the highest level. More importantly, Eala has demonstrated composure under pressure. She has saved over half of the break points she has faced and converted a significant percentage of her own opportunities. These numbers reflect a player growing in confidence and tactical maturity. Such form arriving just before Indian Wells could not have come at a better time. The importance of the Indian Wells decision. The biggest boost to Eala's chances comes from a key tournament decision: her status as one of the top 32 seeds in the event. Being seeded carries a major advantage at WTA 1000 tournaments like Indian Wells. All seeded players receive a first-round bye, meaning they automatically advance to the second round without playing an opening match. This seemingly small detail can make a huge difference. The extra rest allows players to adapt to the conditions, recover physically, and analyze potential opponents. For younger players like Eala, avoiding an early match against a dangerous qualifier can significantly increase the probability of progressing further. Moreover, seeded players cannot face another seed until the third round. That means Eala's early path through the tournament may be more manageable than it initially appeared. In a tournament known for surprises and long matches under the desert sun, this advantage should not be underestimated. A manageable opening challenge. Eala's campaign begins in the second round against either Diana Yastremska or Zhang Shuai, both experienced players but not among the tournament's elite seeds. On paper, this matchup presents a realistic opportunity for the Filipino star to advance. Yastremska is known for her aggressive style and powerful ground strokes, but she can sometimes struggle with consistency. Zhang, meanwhile, relies on experience and tactical intelligence rather than sheer power. Eala's recent performances suggest she has the tools to handle either opponent. Her defensive ability and counterpunching skills allow her to neutralize aggressive players, while her improved serving gives her a better chance to control points. If she can survive this first hurdle, the momentum could begin to build quickly. The specter of a bigger test. While the draw initially appears favorable, Indian Wells rarely allows players to progress without facing world-class opponents. One potential storyline is a possible rematch with American star Coco Gauff in a later round. Gauff recently defeated Eala in the quarterfinals of the Dubai Championships, highlighting the gap that still exists between the rising Filipino star and the top tier of the WTA Tour. However, tennis history is filled with examples of players learning from previous defeats. If such a rematch were to occur, Eala would have the motivation to prove she can compete with one of the sport's brightest stars. And in a tournament famous for dramatic upsets, anything is possible. The Eala effect in Indian Wells. Another fascinating element surrounding Eala's participation is the growing global support she receives. At practice sessions in Indian Wells, fans, particularly from the Filipino community, have been